is just around the corner, and it looks like it's going to be another competitive season for home buyers. But with rates varying, sellers could also see inventory to compete with. So how can you get the most out of your home sale? Frank Locricchio, owner of Realty Executives Hometown, joins us now with tips on getting your home ready to make top dollar. Frank, thanks for joining us this morning.
Good morning, Jen. How are you?
I'm doing great. So let's get into it. It's been a really competitive market for a while now. What are you seeing in terms of the dial moving as we get into these warmer months?
Yeah, it's over the last few years, it's been crazy. Even this year, we're seeing a 12% increase already year to date. So we expect it's still going to be a competitive market for buyers. But as rates start creeping up, we think more inventory will come and sellers will have more competition. So it's really important to prepare their home to sell in the spring market. So a couple steps we can talk about to do that. The first is curb appeal. First impression is everything. So having a clean yard, power washing their home, cleaning gutters, paint touch-ups, making sure the property is manicured. Other things they can do inside is make sure they deep clean the property, top to bottom. Make sure they declutter. When people walk through, less is more. So clean the closets, the garage, cabinets. Kind of look at the whole property, make sure it's clean. And then think light and bright. Make sure your windows are clean, your door walls are clean and unobstructed. And we want to make sure we remove the knickknacks and cluttered decor, pictures, unneeded furniture. Start boxing these things up and moving them to areas that are out of sight, basically. And then, the most important thing is if you have projects started, make sure they're finished. Look at the details, make sure you have light plugs covered. Any type of painting touch-ups or a full, touch-ups to the walls. Get all the little stuff done because people don't want to start having to think about doing those things when they're purchasing.
And those are some really helpful tips for people selling. What about buyers? What are you suggesting that they do right now to try to stay ahead of the competition?
Well, they really have to be prepared. Talk to your lender, get all of your financing squared away, and save as much money as possible. They definitely need additional money above what they have for their down payment to be competitive and offer escalations or appraisal guarantees. They're going to need additional cash in their pocket. And then they're going to really have to set up expectations of what they can get for their money. They might not get everything they want this time around. So, set a priority list, what's the most important, and be able to, make some sacrifices as needed.
So this is something that a lot of people have been worried about. We are seeing the prices climb on just about everything. It's a pain every time people go to a gas station right now. So how is that affecting home prices? And also, how are interest rates going to be affected by this?
Well, we're already seeing the effects in interest rates. Those have been creeping up over the last, I would say, 6 months or so. We're, roughly around 4.25% right now in a 30-year fixed, which is dramatically more than it was last year. So that's affecting people. Home prices haven't really changed. They're still starting, they're escalating because the competition and the inventory is so low. Once that changes, we'll see maybe a leveling off in pricing.
So for first-time home buyers, what are some of the most common mistakes that you see time and again that you want to help people steer clear of?
Yeah, I think the biggest challenge with first-time home buyers is them wanting to buy a property, but maybe not putting their best foot forward first. In this market, you might not have an opportunity to negotiate. So you got to give your best offer, your first offer.
Yeah, good advice there. And Frank, finally, before we let you go, where can our viewers go for more information?
Yeah, you can check our website out at www.poweredbyexecutives.com. Or you can give us a call at 855-464-SOLD. We have a ton of professionals that can help you.
Excellent. Frank Locricchio with Realty Executives Hometown. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Jen.